The great council chamber was filled with soft lights and quiet voices. Many species from across the galaxy sat in wide circles, each one different in shape, size, and color. Some had long limbs, others floated in the air, and some spoke without sound. Yet all of them shared one thing. They trusted the map. The galactic map was the most important thing they had. It showed every known star, every safe route, and every danger. It was always growing as new places were found. It was always changing. But there was one place where it stopped. Kira sat near the outer ring of a chamber. She was young compared to most others here, and this was her first time attending a full council session. Her eyes moved across the large display in the center of the room. She had noticed it before, but now she could not stop looking at it. There was a vast section of space marked in a dull gray color. Around were hundreds of bright stars, trade paths, and notes. But inside it, there was nothing. No stars, no data, no routes. Only two simple words. Human space. Kira leaned forward slightly. Why does it end there? She asked quietly. The delegate beside her shifted. He was older, with a calm but tired look. Because it does, he replied. Kira frowned. That is not an answer. The map always continues. Even empty space is mapped. But this is different. The older delegate did not look at her. You are new, he said. There are things you will learn with time. Then teach me now, Kira said, but he stayed silent. Across the chamber, a discussion was taking place about trade between two distant systems. Ships, supplies, and numbers filled the air, yet Kira could not focus on any of it. Her attention stayed on that gray area. Human space. She had heard of humans before. Everyone had. They were known for being bold, fast learners, and unpredictable. Some said they were dangerous. Others said they were simply different. But none of that explained why the map stopped. After the session ended, Kira moved quickly through the long halls of the station. The walls were smooth and glowing, filled with data streams and symbols. She ignored them all. She needed answers. She reached a smaller archive room and accessed a public terminal. The system lit up and showed her basic information about human civilization. It listed colonies, trade records, and early contact notes. Everything seemed normal. Too normal. She searched for star maps. The system displayed several versions. All of them showed the same thing. The map ended at human space. Kira tapped the screen in frustration. This makes no sense, she whispered. A voice behind her spoke. It is not meant to. Kira turned quickly. A tall figure stood in the doorway. He moved slowly, as if each step was careful. His name tag read Lucas Grant. You startled me, Kira said. Lucas gave a small nod. That happens often in this place. People are not meant to look too closely. Kira studied him. You know about this, don't you? Lucas looked at the screen, then back at her. I know enough to say you should stop asking. That is not going to happen, Kira replied. Lucas let out a quiet breath. Curiosity is a strong thing, but it can also be dangerous, especially when it points toward human space. Why? Kira asked. Lucas did not answer right away. He walked closer and looked at the map. Long ago, fleets were sent there. Not just one, many. They went to explore, to trade, to understand. Kira waited. Most never came back, Lucas said softly. Kira felt a chill. And the ones that did... Lucas paused. They were not the same. Kira's eyes narrowed. What does that mean? It means, Lucas said, that some questions are left alone for a reason. Kira shook her head. No, that only makes it worse. If something is wrong, we should know. Lucas looked at her for a long moment. You remind me of others who said the same thing, he said. And what happened to them? Kira asked. Lucas turned away. They stopped asking. The room grew quiet. Kira looked back at the map. The gray space felt heavier now. Not empty, but hidden. I need to see more, she said. Lucas gave a faint smile. Of course you do. He stepped aside, allowing her to leave. But as she walked past him, he spoke again. If you continue, you will not like what you find, he said. Kira did not stop. That is not your choice to make, she replied. She moved into the hallway, her mind racing. At the far edge of known space, Far from the council and its quiet fear, a human station floated in darkness. It was simple in design, but strong. It had no bright lights, no signals, no signs of trade or welcome. It sat still, watching. Inside the station, a man stood in front of a wide screen. His name was Ethan Cole. He was calm, focused, and silent as he studied the data in front of him. Small signals moved across the display. Faint scans. Weak but clear. Someone was looking toward human space. Again, a voice came from behind him. Should we respond? Ethan did not turn. No, he said. It could be another probe, the voice said. I know, Ethan replied. He finally looked over his shoulder. A pilot stood there, waiting. Her name was Ava Brooks. Prepare patrol, Ethan said. Keep distance. No contact unless necessary. Ava nodded. Understood. She left without another word. Ethan turned back to the screen. His eyes stayed on the faint signal. He had seen this many times before. Curiosity always came. It never stopped. He placed his hand on the console and closed his eyes for a moment. They never listen, he said quietly. Outside the station, the stars looked normal. Calm, silent, but beyond a certain invisible line, everything changed. And no one was supposed to cross it. Back at the council station, Kira stood alone, looking out at the endless space beyond the glass walls. She knew one thing now. Whatever was hidden inside human space, she was going to find it. Kira did not sleep that cycle. Her mind stayed active, turning over every word Lucas had said. Fleets lost. Survivors changed. Silence from the council. She returned to the archive room again, this time using a private access path she had learned during training. It was not fully restricted, but it was not meant for open use either. The system responded slowly, as if it did not want to help her. She searched for mission logs connected to human space. At first, nothing appeared. Then, after several attempts, a few broken files showed up. Most were incomplete. One file caught her attention. It was labeled simply, Expedition 47. Kira opened it. The recording began with a clear voice. This is Captain Daniel Price. We are approaching the boundary of human space. All systems normal. Crew is prepared. The video showed a clean bridge. Everything looked calm. The next part of the file was different. The lights were dim. The crew looked tense. Sensors are off, another voice said. Stars are not matching known positions. Stay on course, the captain replied. The image shook slightly. Then the file jumped. The next scene showed the captain alone. His face looked pale. We should not have come here, he said. This place, it changes things. Static filled the screen. The file ended. Kira sat back slowly. Changes things, she whispered. She opened another file, but it was worse. It contained only fragments of sound. Screams. Broken words. Then silence. A warning message suddenly appeared on the screen. Access revoked. Kira's hands froze. You were told to stop. The message came through the system itself. Kira looked around the room, but no one was there. Her heart raced, but she did not leave. Instead, she smiled slightly. That means I'm getting close, she said. Across the station, Lucas stood in a quiet hall. He had received the same alert. He closed his eyes. She didn't listen, he said softly. Far away, at the edge of human space, Ethan Cole watched the signals grow stronger. They're getting closer, Ava Brooks said as she entered. Ethan nodded. Yes. Orders? She asked. Ethan looked at the boundary line on the screen. It was not marked, but he knew exactly where it was. We wait, he said. Ava frowned. We always wait. And we always will, Ethan replied. She did not argue. Back on the council station, Kira prepared for her next step. If the system would not give her answers, she would find them another way. She needed a ship. She moved through the docking levels, scanning the available vessels. Most were large trade ships or official transports. Two visible, two controlled. Then she found one, a small stealth vessel, used for quiet observation missions. Perfect. She accessed its data and saw that it was scheduled for maintenance. No crew assigned. Kira smiled. That will do, she said. But she knew she could not do this alone. She needed people she could trust. The first was Ryan Scott, an engineer known for fixing things others could not understand. The second was Lily Carter, a navigator with sharp instincts and a strong sense of caution. Kira found them both and explained her plan. Ryan looked excited. "This is real exploration," he said. Lily looked worried. "This is a bad idea," she replied. Kira nodded. "It is, but it is also necessary." After a long silence, Lily sighed. "Fine, but if we die, I'm blaming you." Kira smiled. "That's fair." The three of them moved quickly. Within hours, they were inside the small ship. Systems came online one by one. Engines hummed softly. "No turning back," Ryan said. Kira looked ahead. "No turning back," she agreed. The ship left the station quietly, slipping into open space. No alarm sounded. No one stopped them. As they moved farther away, the stars seemed brighter. Ahead of them, far in the distance, was the edge of human space, the place where the map ended, and where their journey truly began. The ship moved in silence as it approached the edge. Kira stood at the front, watching the stars. Ryan checked the systems again and again. Lily sat at the navigation controls, her hands steady but tense. "We are close," Lily said. No one spoke for a moment. Then the ship crossed a line. At first, nothing changed. Then everything did. The stars shifted, not in position, but in feeling. They looked wrong, like reflections in moving water. "Sensors are unstable," Ryan said. "I'm getting readings that don't make sense." "Explain," Kira said. "Distance is changing," Ryan replied. "The same stars both near and far at the same time." Lily shook her head. "That's not possible." "I know," Ryan said. Kira looked forward. "Keep going." Time passed, but it felt strange. Minutes stretched. Seconds felt longer. "Do you feel that?" Lily asked. Kira nodded. "Yes." A soft whisper filled the ship. Kira turned. "Did you hear that?" "Hear what?" Ryan asked. The whisper came again. But this time, it sounded like her own voice. Kira stepped back. "Something is wrong," she said. Far away, Ethan Cole watched their ship. "They crossed," Ava said. Ethan nodded. "Yes." "Do we stop them?" she asked. Ethan shook his head. "No." Back inside the strange space, the ship moved deeper. Shapes appeared in the distance. Large, dark, still. "What is that?" Lily whispered. No one answered. As they got closer, the shape became clear. It was a structure, huge beyond measure, floating in silence, built by human hands. Kira stared at it. "We found it," she said. But something inside her told her this was only the beginning. The structure was silent. Kira and her team moved inside slowly. The walls were smooth and cold. Lights turned on as they walked, as if the place was watching them. "This is not abandoned," Ryan said. Kira nodded. They found a central room filled with records. Data began to play. Images of destruction. Worlds gone. Civilizations erased. "What did this?" Lily whispered. A message appeared. "We did not build this to explore. We built this to survive." Kira felt her breath stop. "Humanity changed space," Ryan said quietly. A figure stepped from the shadows. "Ethan Cole." "And we had to," he said. Kira turned to him. "You knew we would come." Ethan nodded. "You always do." He looked at them with calm eyes. "Now you know why the map ends." Kira returned to the council, but something felt different. Her memories were not clear. She tried to explain what she saw, but the words did not come easily. Lucas watched her quietly. "Some truths stay behind," he said. A final message arrived from human space. "Do not cross the line again." The council agreed. The map stayed the same, and no one dared to ask why. Far away, Ethan Cole continued his watch, because the danger was still out there, and humanity was the only thing standing in its way.